All right, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Irene level from the Venus CTF labs from HackMyVM.eu. So let's get started with the level. We need to read this mission.txt file over here. So what is going on? So it says the user Adela has lent her password to Irene. So the next user is the user Adela, and it says that they lent their password to Irene. So what does that have to do with? So it has to do with these three files. So there's three files over here: idrsa.pem, idrsa.pub, mission.txt, and pass.enc. So what this is we're dealing with decoding a certain encrypted file. So this pass.enc file here is a encrypted file that can only be opened if we access it with the idrsa pem file and the idrsa.pub file. So pub is the public key, and I do believe pem is the private key. So the first thing we need to do to finish this level is we need to copy all of these files over to a common directory, because we need to interact with them and write some new files. So what we can do is we can make a temporary directory in the temp directory on the server. So we can't write anything to the current directory we're in, which is the Irene home directory. So we need to write it to a new directory, and we're going to make one. So it's going to be called the shy hat, which is my name, and then Irene, which is the level we're on. So we're just going to make that directory, and then we're going to copy the idrsa.pem, idrsa.pub, and pass.enc files, and we're going to send them all over to the temporary the shy hat -irene directory. Okay, and now when we go to that directory, we should see the files over there. So let's go ahead and navigate to that directory with the cd command. Okay, so we've got the three files over here. So the way we would decrypt the file is by using the OpenSSL utility. So we're going to give this command. It's going to be OpenSSL public key utility. We're going to decrypt. The key we're going to be using is the idrsa.pem, and we're going to also pass in the password.enc file that we want to decrypt, and the output file should be pass.txt. So we're going to decrypt the pass.enc file with the idrsa.pem key, and we're going to output the pass.txt file. So we're going to give the command, and we're going to see that the pass.txt file was created, which means we managed to decrypt the file and create this file called pass.txt. So let's read the file, and this is the password for the next level. So to everybody who's keeping track at home, this is the Adela user. So Adela, their password is this. Okay. So let's get out of here, and let's do our after action report over at github.com. So let's edit the file. Okay. So this here, the target user is the Adela user, and the method of solve in this case was to decrypt a encoded file using a private key. And the key command in this case was this one over here. Let me copy paste. There you go. Okay, so we're going to commit the changes. And everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for level number 39, otherwise known as the Irene level, from the Venus CTF Labs from HackMyVM.eu. Everybody, if you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out!
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.